Hello, hello, and welcome to class. I am Professor Silva, and you can call me Professor Silva. Don't call me Linda. I'm not your friend. I wanted to give you a brief rundown of tips and pointers and hints as to how to do well in here. I'm not your mama's English teacher by any stretch of the imagination, or humanities or history or anything else that I teach or have taught. I'm pretty real. I've been doing this for a long time, and my goal is to give you skills that you can use outside the classroom. This classroom is just a blip on your educational radar, so what I am always trying to do is to further your evolution and development as a human being, because I think that's incumbent on all of us. To do that, however, there are certain things you need to do in the class to make sure that you are, in fact, successful. One, don't be late. There's a late policy in place. I follow it to the T. Make sure that you know what that late policy is. Two, read everything that I write, whether it's to you or not. Sometimes I'm offering a student criticism, advice that you could benefit from as well. So, look, you've paid for this. So get everything that you can out of it. Also make sure that you read all the lessons and everything else that is laid for you in the classroom. There's nothing more frustrating to an online instructor than to get questions that would have been answered had you clicked around in the course shell to read what you needed to read and do what you needed to do. Okay. You want to make sure that there's a checklist for writing. If you follow that checklist, rarely will you get anything lower than a B. The checklist is very, very clear. You should get it, you should print it out, you should use it for this and everything else, because it is designed to let you know what my expectations are. I got my second degree, my master's in ancient and classical civilizations, again, online. And I really kind of felt like I wasn't quite sure. This was just 12 years ago when I was 20. No, I'm just kidding. I really felt like I didn't really know what the instructor wanted because I couldn't walk up after class. I just felt like, it was odd. So here's what I expect from a college paper. This is an important piece for all of us to have. You have it now. You know what I expect. If you tick, you're done, then you're like, look, you've done the best you can do if you use that checklist. If your paper says at the top of it that you ignored the checklist, you are going to hate reading the rest of that paper because you are going down in flames. And the reason for this is I am handing you the keys to the kingdom. If you don't use that key, I'm going to let you just bash your head into the door in an effort to get in. And you won't. You'll just have a bashed up head. So there's that. Make sure that you are aware of discussions and forums and what the requirements are in these classes. Again, don't be late. Make sure that you respond to minimally 2 other students in a substantive post. What that means is if we were in a classroom environment, a face-to-face, you wouldn't raise your hand and say, well, I agree with Charlie, and that would be it. No, you would preface what Charlie said, you would give your opinion, you would ask him a question, you would continue on. Substantive means something that moves the dialogue and the conversation forward. Okay, once you do that, then you're golden. When emailing me, always be respectful. Because we haven't met, and I rarely get students that are disrespectful, probably mostly because so many of my students are military. And, I'll get an email that will start off, I know you're busy, ma'am. You know what? You start off with that spoonful of sugar, I will give you whatever it is you want. You come at me with, why did you give me an F? A 12-year-old thinks that you are given a grade. An adult understands that you earned that. So there's a way of dealing with your instructors that is respectful, that will get you your needs met, as opposed to you driving a wedge between the two of us, in which case there may be no return from that. So it's always about being respectful. Be respectful to your classmates, be respectful to me, and have fun. I am not looking for a specific response. I've been doing this for 33 years. Be real. Be authentic. Be you. If you hated something, say it. You're not going to hurt my feelings for the most part, with the exception of any creative writing class that I teach. I'm not the course architect of this, so you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're like, oh God, I read this story or I read that article and I hated it. Bravo. Okay. College doesn't have to be boring. It's way more fun for all of us if you were you. So be you. Follow the rules, read everything in there, click around, be on time, and you'll be just fine. So, without further ado, Happy New Year.